miles. That's all that's left. Today is September 18th. It's 4 months and 3 weeks from when we started. This is Duluth. We're walking the city streets, and this is one of the most fantastic days of our life. We had no idea what to expect. It's pretty overwhelming, I'd say.
Yep. And we have an absolutely perfect September day in Duluth on Lake Superior. It's cool, it's sunny, the leaves are starting to turn. It just really couldn't be a more perfect day. It's kind of a contrast to the day we started, though.
We've encircled this extraordinary lake, and we are going to take the next few months to be able to grasp what we've seen, where we've been, and to remember all the spectacular people and places that made up our life for these 4.5 months. And you can see here, it is a people's trip. Oh yeah. It's just like a Volksmark. This is wonderful. I mean, it feels so good to be coming in with all of these people and to share our story.
You'll be talking about this for years and years.
I think so. Well, we want to hear other people's adventures, because we really want to inspire others to. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. Well, they got. We, at this point, have just reached. This is the 1,550 mile mark right here. So. As those of you who were here at the beginning know, we engaged in a mini ceremony, if you will, of offering tobacco to the lake. Now, we have the wonderful good fortune of having Grand Portage, Red Cliff, and Bad River reservations as sponsors. And it was very important to us. We met with First Nation groups as we went around Canada. They've been on this lake since the glaciers melted. They have been here for all of this. They are the culture of the lake. And all of the rest of us are latecomers who are sharing in this massive and beautiful place. Even now, it's still hard for us to comprehend the size of this lake. It's just impossible. We'll look across and see little shadows over there and say, we were there. Well, were we there? And so one of the things that we want to do, we want to honor those reservations and the First Nation people by offering tobacco, which is a gift that was not designed for putting in a pack and adding nicotine and everything else to. It was a natural product. This was grown by Alan Abed on the Grand Portage Reservation. He picked this and said, would you please use this for ceremony? And so we offer this to Manitou, to the Great Spirits, to Gitchigami, Gitchigumi, Mishipishu, which we want to also remind you that this walk was done because fresh water is so important to all of us. We can talk about all the other issues of gold and oil and everything else in the world, but we can't live without fresh water. 1/10 of all the surface fresh water in the world is right behind me here. That's amazing. We can't sacrifice that. We can't allow something to happen to that. A BP kind of experience here would be a disaster. And you would say, well, it can't happen here, and then on Lake Michigan while we were walking around there was an oil spill from a pipeline. So yes, it can. And so, so we're there for fresh water and to remind us of the fresh water. We're also doing this because we want to challenge all of you to live your dreams, to stand for the things you believe in. We're doing it as a legacy for our kids and our grandkids. And we think that it's extremely important that you do it for your kids and your grandkids, that we all do this and to keep that. So again, when we offer this, we just offer this with great emotions and thanks. One of the things that we did as we traveled, and we hope that you all know the book Paddle to the Sea. Well, here is Paddle Around Lake Superior. We brought this along. It was connected to all of our grandchildren, whose names are on the bottom. And we took this all around and we took pictures, and Amanda, who is here, our great support person, and she put this on the education page, and so where was Paddle? And we put clues and that. Paddle has been with us throughout this adventure. It was something we wanted to do that our grandkids could connect with. And so he's been in the water. We're not going to leave him here. We're going to take him with us. He's going to be part of us. But appropriate, I may be in the water, but that's okay. But this has been a companion in spirit, and we do recommend that you know that great book, and it was written in 1939. It's a classic. So this has been ours, and it is one of the ways we've tried to connect across the generations from grandparents to grandchildren. Everybody, all these great faces and smiles and warmth and waves. I mean, what could be better than
this
that?
Perfect weather.
It's good to be home.
Yeah. It is. It is good to be home, and it's been home since we crossed the Minnesota border, and we've thoroughly enjoyed all of it.